Yeah, both races have readied up here. This is the Diamond Weeklong. So we'll be playing Diamond in this tournament as we have in the entire week, obviously. But yeah, good luck, have fun to both racers. So immediately we got a bit of armor. Always good to have that early points of protection. This half point can easily mean the difference, especially this early on, where you can have it just accumulate value throughout the entire run. Almost every hit you're gonna take is gonna be reduced by a tiny bit. But let's look at some results. Let's see. Jacob currently has a 1-5 record against some very, very tough opponents. 3-0 by Zelo. But taking 1 point off of Oker, which is really, really big. But given the scoring of this tournament, it won't really matter, sadly. Nonetheless, that is definitely a very, very good result to pick up, even just 1 point off of Oker, given how strong Oker has been racing in general. But yeah. Also has the other matchup that we're watching now against Crate, which is another very tough opponent. And then that's followed by a match against GPA, who's also a pretty strong opponent. Like, GPA is really good at Necrodancer. And that's one of the easier matchups that Jacob has this week. But yeah, in general, the week-long tournaments seem to be pretty stacked. Great, meanwhile, let's see what we have here. 3-0 loss against Ravio, kind of expected, but a 2-1 win against Ribbon. Or a 2-4 record. Result against Ribbon, definitely, I would say, probably expected, but definitely still a solid result to pick up. Also, the Ravio result expected. It is Ravio. But yeah, anywho, we got racing going on. Both races picked up the Ring of Piercing in the Zone 1 shop, and now both have the monocle and the Titanium Rapier, I believe, for both racers, unless it's Face Rapier. It's hard to tell. Oh hi, races out of nowhere. Yeah, I was just vibing. Just playing through Octopath Traveler on this stream, and I'm like, oh, there's a race. I'm like, cool, let's go. But yeah. Jacob's doing a really good job at keeping up here in both pace and build, it seems. It's not too much to say. Like, pretty much both races have done the same thing about keeping pace with each other. Crate does have the obsidian armor over Jacob's leather armor, though. Oh, and there's heavy plate in 3-3, which Crate will just purchase, I believe, with the coupon or something. Oh, and missing the flawless for Crate on Death Metal 3, but really doesn't need anything to go with this build. But yeah, Zone 4 with Piercing is significantly easier than without. Great. Finds Goo Boots and Crown of Thorns inside of the shop, followed by a pretty quick exit. So it's in pretty good shape here to take the win, though Jacob is say a floor behind, which is definitely not enough room to just relax. But yeah, it has the heavy plate, which Jacob did not pick up. Though Jacob does have the Hargreaves. That's a bit of protection. But yeah, that regen is definitely gonna be pretty handy. Jacob will pick it up as well. And we'll also switch off the Hargreaves to Goo Boots. Crate pretty much just had a much more efficient Zone 4. Just weave in using the diagonal movement to just slice through the entire zone and then bounce around enemies without getting hit, which is kind of typical of good diamond play. Jacob is not using that as much, but that's fine. You have to be pretty confident with your diamond play in order to do stuff like that and get away with it. But yeah, whole zone lead now for Crate. Moving on to the final boss, which will be Konga. Be able to bomb the throne and finish off with the race room time of 6:22. Very quick. GG's. Yeah. Pretty expected result for Crate. Just going fast. Crate's one of the newer faces in the racing community, but is also really good at racing. Yeah, both races have readied up, and we're ready to go. Immediate tier 2 cracked wall with the Minotaur, so saving that bomb to be able to kill. Jacob will recognize that as well. In the shop there will be an enchant roll, which could be worth going for the dagger, which will be an electric dagger. Jacob won't kill, we'll just go for the dagger, so it's missing out pretty much just on the drum there. And again, we have 1-2 piercing. However, piercing with the electric dagger is anti-synergistic in some ways. However, you'd rather have piercing than not, pretty much always. There's a food shop for Crate, but lacks a way to kill. Meanwhile, heart transplant use for Jacob. We'll run into the gold slime there, watch out. But yeah, both races are farming quite a bit on 1-3. Jacob's going for just purchasing the items in the food shop for 4 full heart containers out of that. And we'll be keeping the drum instead of the chicken. But yeah, pretty much build parity aside from the torch, which will be good if Crate wants to jump down trapdoors, which is only what they want to do because jumping down trapdoors is quick. It lets you skip floors in a way. But pretty interestingly here, that makes sense if you're playing Diamond, but not really with other characters, is we have a red check. Because you cannot pick up any spells as Diamond. So, already have a good ring, already have a good weapon. You go for the red. And we have Pink Shovel for both racers. After transmogging it once. Crate going for some torches as well. And we'll settle on the Torch of Walls. Which is definitely pretty good given that it is mapping. But yeah. Jacob with the slight lead about LaFleur. Misses the Flawless on Fortisful 2 though. But probably doesn't really need a check for much. Definitely could do with some kind of healing like food. Or holy water, etc. Go shopping in 3-1 for not just protection, but map as well. Crate already has a map even before entering 3-1, so I think activated Darkness and then swapped off to Peace. That's actually really, really big, especially with Diamond. Yeah, that has to be what happened there. So spending more time in Zone 2 farming, we find that, which is absolutely huge. And is already ahead of Jacob as well. I mean, it is Darkness Shrine plus Ring of Peace, which is just... it greatly minimizes the amount of aggressive enemies. So yeah, we saw Crate be pretty good in Zone 4 in the previous seed. But now this is like pretty much Zone 4 but easy for Crate, so should be super quick Zone 4. And it's on Jacob to try to keep up here. Which is a pretty tall order. Yeah, Jacob's pushing real hard. Picks up the potion on the same floor and quaffs it. Picks up some goo protection as well, but yeah, it's... Oh, Crate is on 4-3 already. Taking a lot of hits though, but has a potion still. Has that armor. Oh, quaffs the potion to use the blood drum to quickly kill Death Metal there. But yeah, that Zone 4 just disappeared super quickly for Crate. The whole Darkness Feast thing, combined with Crate just being good at Diamond Zone 4, will have that happen. Already onto Deep Blues, again about a whole zone ahead, reaching the end. Mostly through playing Zone 4 better. But in this case, Crate had the advantage as well through the Darkness Shrine and Ring of Peace, which is a stupid combination. But yeah, GG's Crate taking the second point. Race from time of 6.07 flat. Yeah, also had the Shop Bro down for a bit of regen. So could spend their health pretty liberally with the armor they had, the potion, and 5 total heart containers. GG's. Yeah, Crate's up 2-0 just by putting up some really, really good diamond play. But yeah, Jacob missing out on the Shrine of Darkness and Ring of Peace is pretty rough there. That was in 2-3, I believe, the Shriner. So it's like 3 zones of that. Where Jacob had Piercing, as I said at the beginning, Piercing's always a good ring to have, pretty much. But is slightly diminished in value when you have the Electric Dagger, because the Electric Arcs are already piercing. I mean, not piercing, but it helps. In a way it is, I guess. Never mind. Okay, but the race is ready, let's go. Forget I said anything. Okay, immediately we have Fake Digs. Okay, good to have some damage up early on. But yeah, a lot of the usefulness you get out of the Ring of Piercing is achieved by the Electric Arcs as well. And it doesn't affect that. Okay, what are these seeds? Okay, Big Digs and in 1-1 Mimic, and just 1-3 Titanium Rapier. Again, we just have a Titanium Rapier laying there, just like the first seed in Zone 2. So I expect this to be another heckin' fast diamond run. Oh, Crate getting grabbed by Monkey. Luckily, will be relatively unhurt, just half a heart of damage there. And going for another torch. Transmog. Meanwhile, Jacob finds Earthquake Soul in purple. Looking for a ring, very likely. Crate's probably gonna check red or nothing here. Or black, that's interesting. Or a glass spear. From screen watching, probably already knows that purple's not good. So has the choice of black, which is... it has a chance of being like the Squeaka suit. Which is definitely a thing. Which, I mean, the chance of getting Squeaka suited as Diamond is better, given that you... Wait, no, never mind. You don't have... What's the weapons pool? I think it's like mostly the same, never mind. This isn't Tempo. I've been thinking about Tempo because of Week the World. If you don't know what Week the World is, it's a tournament that is running this week. And the current character is Tempo. And you have 2 hours to set the best time as you can with Tempo. It's pretty fun, very chill. You're competing against pretty much just yourself. So it's very light on the pressure as far as competitions go. It's mostly a battle against yourself, I guess. But yeah, Jacob's still in the lead into Zone 4, but yeah, Crate is pretty much a few steps behind, and Crate Zone 4 has just been better. Crate picks up the potion as well that Jacob misses out on, and we've seen the potion for Crate just be exchanged for speed very, very well. Oh, but this is a ring for Jacob. That definitely helps quite a bit. This is a really good ring to have with the Titanium Rapier. Ooh, but Jacob's taking a lot of hits here. Eats the chicken to stay alive, but immediately goes back down to 1 heart. Crate isn't having the best of floors either. Oh, and Ring of Pain into a Pixie! Ouch! Really good attempt at a push there for Jacob, but... Man, that 4-3 just was pretty hairy for both races there. Crate was spending quite a bit of time struggling as well with that 4-3. Man, thought that Ring of Pain was gonna be really good, but it's actually what's gonna end up killing Jacob. Yeah, Crate still has the potion after that 4-3 though. Staying alive. Has a scroll of need now. Probably doesn't want to turn everything into glass, so it's just hanging on to that. Is PV pace for Crate? Yeah, this pace is wild. Oh, Crate is gonna check the toothy wall. Sees that their opponent has died, but it won't be the food shop. No, just go. Yeah, Crate is here to put some points on the board, and that's definitely the right choice if you want to put points on the board. You have to give up the insane pace though, but fastest doesn't really matter, besides pride. Taking a few hits on for Dismal here in order to finish it off. That was stupidly fast, pretty much all 3 times from Crate. Jacob managed to make it to Zone 5 each of the times, but just that much slower. Managed to keep some pretty good pace on the last heat there, but pushed a bit too hard and died. 4-3 was pretty rough for both racers. But GG's! This will be a 3-0 result for Crate.